It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, you have found me on a Monday. It is the beginning of yet another work week, and like normal, y'all, it's a Metal Monday, and I'm happy that you are with me. So, we're going back to music from Tool today. It's been about a month since we last heard from Tool on the channel, and I normally wouldn't come back to them so quickly, but my little brother, DJ Dan, convinced me over the weekend that this was the right song for this particular time that we are going through. So what is the song that he has suggested? It's Ticks and Leeches from Tool's third album, Lateralis. So this is an album that I've been familiar with for quite some time. Previously from this album, I've reacted to Schism, which was the first single from the album. Sadly, that reaction has been blocked on YouTube, but it is available over on my Patreon. I've also heard The Grudge. That was all the way back in episode 255. And then very early on, y'all, back in 2021, when I was first getting started doing music reactions, I listened to Lateralis, episode 48, and then Parabola in episode 75, all from this album. And I've found all of these songs to be so primal and so powerful, and I've loved them. I really have, and I've become quite a Tool fan over the last few years. Got to see them in concert in 2022, and they did not disappoint, y'all. So the question to me is, why? Why now? Why did my brother say that this song, that wasn't even a single release from this album, that has been out for almost 24 years now, why is this the right song for today amid our ongoing current events? So I think we'll find out as we go. But I have an inkling as to what my brother is talking about as I have read in today. I have read these lyrics, and they are quite pointed, friends. So, what do Ticks and Leeches do best? They suck, right? So, who are Maynard calling Ticks and Leeches? Because I don't think he's talking about the actual animals, ticks and leeches. He's calling people ticks and leeches. I believe he's talking specifically about record executives and the music industry as a whole for sustaining a system that financially takes advantage of artists and their output. And these folks are described in the lyrics as parasites who are demanding more and more sacrifices from artists specifically, while sacrificing nothing for themselves. And spoiler alert, at least in the lyrics, Maynard's not happy about it. And he's going to tell us about why he's not happy about it. And I have a great deal of eagerness and anticipation to hear this now, because we've heard Maynard delivering these unbelievably powerful lyrics and screams, and just the way that he communicates a lyric, especially when it's something he believes in, like this. We've also heard Danny doing the drums and Justin on the bass and Adam on the guitars, and they all just rise and feed off of each other, and the music becomes this sort of all-encompassing, holy crap, what did I just experience type of moment, right? So I'm really eager to see what they do with this, y'all, and there's no time like the present, so I'm going to move my notes over here so that I can access this song. It is Ticks and Leeches, and we've got Maynard James Keenan on vocals, Adam Jones on guitars, Justin Chancellor on the bass, and Danny Carey on the drums. It's Tool, y'all, so you better watch out. Off we go. Okay. Drums. Bass. believe that low note's just an E. They build it up from the bottom, and it's just sturdy as shit. Listen to this. Tell him, Maynard. Whoa! Fat little syrup, fat little parasite, suck me dry. Six, seven. 7 plus 8. Hope this is what you wanted. Six, seven. I hope you choke on this. I wish Maynard would tell us how he actually feels. You know what I mean? Take. Got nothing left to give to you. Karma, y'all, is a bitch, I think is what Maynard is trying to get across to us. Wow. So they're using that flat 2 in there. It's May Tay Do. May Tay Do. I love this breakdown in the middle of the song. I've got to catch my breath. Can't really make out what's happening in the background. The vocals are just too quiet. Pacing is great. Now the bass is in there. feel you. I feel you, Maynard. Tell him, man. Make a fist any harder, doll. Wow. Danny's giving me life down on those skins. Yes. My goodness. I don't know if I've ever gotten that emotional listening to a song on the channel before. Y'all, I think I'm holding it together. I gotta take a minute. Holy crap. These guys always bring it, don't they? Holy moly. I don't know what I think about that. I obviously grooved to it, y'all. Man, that comes across. That's so effective. You know, hearing Maynard, a generational voice like Maynard, offering these lyrics so powerfully is so cathartic for me, especially with the aid of his bandmates. God love them. Just bringing the instrumental power and guts to this track. I don't know if 4 other humans could do that. You know, there's a lot of overwhelming anger in this song. And I know that it's directed to the record executives and the powers that be that take advantage of artists. But as I heard it, I felt as if Maynard was talking, singing, screaming for me, to help me embody and get in touch with, outwardly express my own anger at what I see going on in the world, especially in the United States during this period, this episode of warped reality and fascistic cruelty, y'all. I've already taken some personal days off this year, where I had planned to do an episode and I just couldn't do it. Just to give myself some space to try and find some time to keep my mental health under control. But I've got to tell y'all, I've been so disillusioned with the choices made by those in our electorate that I consider to be outside of reality. I just don't get it, y'all. As I heard in this chorus with Maynard leading the charge, he says, I hope this is what you wanted. I hope this is what you had in mind, because this is what you're getting. I hope you're choking. I hope you choke on this. I couldn't help but think that and agree with him. I couldn't help but think of millions of people here in America and around the world that are embracing the rise of cruelty, of unlawfulness, of fascism, and an authoritarian dream world. It baffles me, y'all. I don't understand it. And I'm also angry at it. I'm angry at these folks. I'm angry at my own parents, y'all. And I can't fathom, in the depths of my soul, I can't fathom the reasoning behind their political choices. And I feel so powerless in the wake of their this never-ending pile of human immorality that is bold and without guilt, in my mind, just destroying what this society has built from within. And I keep wanting to ask any of these people, is this what you had in mind? Is this what you wanted? Just like it is in the lyrics here. Because these choices, these actions have brought pain and confusion and trauma to me and to countless people. And I want nothing more than for those that, at least right now, than for those that choose to inflict this evil on me. I want them to feel the same level of pain and cruelty and trauma, because in my experience, that's the only way to reach a fundamentally irrational person. They have to experience their own bad karma personally. It seems like they don't seem to understand the concept of empathy, but when it happens to them or somebody close to them, then they suddenly wake up. And I think that's what Maynard is praying for. He understands that you can't have a rational argument with someone who is inherently irrational. And so he wants those behind this rampant injustice to choke on it so that they feel it too. And hopefully if they feel it too, then that'll be enough to help them change their mind and try to stop it, right? Wow. My heart's still just beating out of my chest, y'all. I try to keep politics out of inclusion on this channel. This is a channel about music and music commentary and finding ways that we all connect and understand this experience better because of the music that our artists make, that provide us chances to party, chances to mourn, chances to have some fun, chances to grieve, all of that. Music is there. Art is there with us every step of the way. But I will continue to take to heart the message of these artists and these songs when I hear and experience them speaking truth to power, because I'm human, y'all. And when I experience a song that brings forth overt political tones, and in this instance is blatantly calling out corruption and injustice, I'm not going to shy away from seeking to understand and internalize their point of view as much as possible. And quite frankly, I share it. And so it's been cathartic for me to experience this song for the first time, y'all. Holy crap. And I think that's what DJ Dan, my little brother, had in mind when he said this is the right time for this one, especially for you, because he knows just how angry and upset I've been. I know that he feels the same way. And hearing and experiencing this song has helped me to process, to vent a little bit, to let some of those emotions come to the surface in a way that's not out of control, and that's good for me. And it's helped me to even more deeply connect with the humans that are behind this music, that are in Tool, and that perform these powerful, powerful pieces. I read that this is a song that doesn't get performed very often because it's so difficult, especially for Maynard vocally. I can't imagine. There was one of those spots where he was like screaming for almost a whole minute just to emote the stuff. It's an unbelievable act of courage from Tool to have a song like this in their discography. It helps people. It really does. When we hear our artists having the same reactions and feelings to the stuff that's going on in the world that we're all experiencing, it brings us closer to them, and it helps us to know that we're not alone and that we're not nuts for feeling these things, you know? And this song is, Christ, almost a quarter of a century old. And just like a lot of the songs that we've been hearing from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, a lot of these songs that we're continuing to hear and that y'all continue to send to me to include on the channel still resonate today because they're talking about the important stuff, the human stuff, the real stuff. And it continues to be an eye-opening and exciting and profound journey for me as I'm listening to this music that has been out there for a long time, that's new to me. I share my experience of listening to it with all of you, and we try to just be better by going through the experience together. So thank you for listening to this song with me, for listening to me try to work through my feelings about how I'm reacting to it. I very much appreciate it, and I consider it a great opportunity and blessing to have this outlet to speak like this. It very much helps me, and my goodness, friends, this has been like therapy today. When we come across a tick and a leech, what do? We immediately seek to rid it from us. My plea is for everybody, is to try to stay vigilant and notice who the ticks are, notice who the leeches are, and seek to distance yourself from those people as fast as you can with as much distance and clarity as you can. Because there are ticks and leeches in this world, but there's a lot more that despise those ticks and leeches, and that's where I draw my hope from, friends. Songs like this, and that I know that this is the minority. And if we all call a spade, maybe the trauma and the systems of injustice will continue to ebb, and empathy and justice and opportunity and all of that can come and flow more freely, right? That's what my hope is today. And it's been a whale of a journey on this song, but I believe I'm going to call it a day with this one, y'all. I thank you for being with me. This song, I'm gonna have to pick my time to hear it again, because if I'm really in it, I'm gonna experience the same emotions again, and sometimes that's okay. So sometimes we need a piece of music that kind of helps just release some of the pressure a little bit. And that's what I feel like happened to me today a little bit. So thanks y'all for being with me. These are real. I'm a real person, and it's just a pleasure to be able to do this and tell y'all what I think. So thank you for tuning in and for being with me today. I got a lot more coming up this week, but that's going to be all for me today. Thanks y'all. We'll see you next time on another edition of the Daily Doug.